In this video we show you where you can find the related details for decentralized finance related regulations. So let's get right into today's video. Hi and welcome to FinCrime Agent. This is my YouTube channel where I'm talking about financial crime prevention and anti-money laundering related topics. Recently I was asked from a close friend of mine to put together a video to highlight the key elements around regulatory compliance for decentralized finance, which is also known as DeFi. So I have started my own research to put together more information about how global regulatory bodies are started to treat this new way of investing, which is based on the blockchain technology and more specifically on smart contracts. During my research, I've discovered that regulators across the globe are starting to look more closely about markets for crypto assets, and they are starting to also put some regulations in place that are correlated to decentralized finance. Although the regulatory journey is still at its infancy, there are already some useful guidance provided by regulatory bodies that I want to share with you in this video. Due to its complexity and the differences across jurisdictions, I wasn't able to actually put together a single summary of the regulations that should be followed. So let me show you where you can find some reliable information on decentralized finance regulatory compliance based on the key jurisdictions that I looked at. Those are the UK, the EU and the United States. I will start with the UK, where I found two main documents available to the public. The guidance on crypto assets published in July 2019, and the other one is UK regulatory approach to crypto assets and stablecoins published in January 2021. In the first document there are areas that you would probably want to focus more. This is where they cover the regulated tokens under section 3, where you can read about the FCA definition of security tokens or learn how they make some more clarity about regulated activities. Also, I suggest you to take a look at the Appendix 1, where more guidance is provided about the FCA regulatory perimeter. There is also a useful diagram on page 30 to help you understand if you need to be authorized by the FCA. In the second document, I found useful to read the chapter number 4 called Call for Evidence on Investment and Wholesale Uses, where the HM Treasury is covering some regulatory aspects around security token, distributed ledger technology, financial market infrastructure, and unregulated tokens. Since we started with the UK, let's now move to the neighbor EU bloc with a document from the European Security and Market Authority published in January 2019 called Initial Coin Offering and Crypto Assets. In the executive summary under point 7, they list a number of EU rules that should be followed when crypto assets qualified as transferable securities or other types of financial instruments according to the Markets in Financial Instruments Directive. The other report from the EU that I want to share was published also in January 2019 from the European Banking Authority and is called Report with Advice for the European Commission. In the report, I could not see actual references to decentralized financial products. However, it could be still useful as it clarifies under Chapter 2 the application of current EU financial services law to crypto assets, and under Chapter 3 anti-money laundering, countering the financing of terrorism. Lastly, from the EU front, I would recommend to take a look at the technical paper issued by the European Central Bank, where they cover several stablecoins aspects, including regulatory considerations. If we now look at the other side of the ocean, in the US the acceptance of stablecoin continues to develop, where the Office of the Comptroller of the currency, the OCC, indicates that US national banks and federal saving associations are now officially permitted to engage with fiat-backed stablecoins. This was indicated in the OCC Interpretative Letter 1172 dated September 2020. Also, the US Security Exchange Commission backed the view of the OCC about stablecoin in a public statement that was dated September 21st, 2020. As I mentioned earlier in my video, the information provided are only based on my own research in this sector. If you are implementing an official regulatory compliance process or procedure for your DeFi business, seek professional advice, as there may be more regulatory aspects you would want to consider. And with that, I am at the end of today's video. If you were looking for regulatory compliance information on decentralized finance and stablecoins, I hope the video that I put together is useful for you. Also, check the description of this video where you can find more links and references regarding the topics that we have discussed. And also you can see in the description of this video our patreon.com page, where with a small contribution you can support FinCrime Agent and become part of our Patreon community. If you enjoyed my video, remember to subscribe and share the video with your contacts. I hope this was useful, so thank you for watching, and until next time, see you soon.